Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am super excited to finally get a moment to film because I feel like it's just been crazy every single day and I have not had a chance to sit down and film every Saturday. I feel like we're doing something or just simply being a rotten couch potato. I've just been so tired lately. So I do have to step out of the house today and I was going to get ready anyways, and I was like, you know what? Let me film, because I've been wanting to film like a favorites video, like my everyday holy grails type of thing, and so we're gonna do that in today's video. So let's get ready. My skin is looking better. I don't know if you remember my last video. It's still not perfect, but it's looking way better. Everything is healing. We're leaving things alone, and we kind of been back on track with our skincare, so we're heading in the right direction. My face is always a little bit more pale than my body naturally. I do wear sunscreen, I do exfoliate, but I feel today it's a little extra because I did put on a mineral sunscreen today, so we got a little bit of a white cast going on, but it's okay. All right, so to start off with primer, I am so sad that I am soon out of this primer. It does not really pump out anymore, as you can see. Oh, are we gonna get a little bit? No. So what I have to do is I have to go in, because there's still some in there, and I have to like just kind of, let me like adjust, and yeah, and I will put this where I want it, but I just have to take it off the tubing. But this primer is literally my holy grail primer. I was babying it because I was like, this is an expensive primer, and I was using it for, you know, special occasion makeup, but I was like, I do not go out enough, not let this go to waste. So I have been just using it, and I just love it so much. I love how it just preps the skin for makeup. It just makes the skin feel so blurred and smooth, and yeah, I just love this. I love it so much. It also does like mattify a little bit. Like, I don't know if you noticed, my skin was a little bit more shiny, and it just like, it helps mattify your skin if that's something you're looking for. So good. Okay, holy grail. I know it's expensive. I think they now sell a bigger version of this as well for those who really fly through it, but the Vanish Airbrush Primer, it literally just makes you feel airbrushed. It's so good. Expensive but good. Okay, but now let's kick it drugstore. So for my holy grail face products, for as far as recently, I'm still loving the Sephora Reveal the Real Soft Radiant Skin Tint. This is so good. It is in the shade 130 Neutral Fair, and this is my winter shade, and so I'm almost done with this. So I'm gonna try to finish it before summer kicks in, because I do have a summer shade, and I'm probably going to have to keep bouncing back and forth, but this is so good. I have also been reaching for this new foundation from Maybelline. It's the 30 Hour Wear Lumi Matte Foundation, and I have not reached for this type of foundation in a while, but it's so good, and it's literally not going anywhere. I have no issues with this foundation like creasing on me, fading, even like settling into certain lines. Like, it's just so good. The packaging is so cute. How has everybody been lately? The last time that I was talking to you guys, I was telling you about my dog. It was, I believe, in the Emco Beauty video, and she's doing better, but she's definitely showing more of her age. So they did x-rays, and she turned out to be, it wouldn't be a Sierra video without some sort of sirens in the background. But yeah, they did go ahead and do x-rays, and she actually ended up being perfectly fine. They couldn't really even find arthritis on this dog. She was like, how are you a senior dog without arthritis right now? She just hides it really well, I feel, because this doctor, she was moving her in every sort of direction. Okay, she was bending her neck and like moving all her arms, her joints, nothing. Okay, She was like, I will show you no pain, okay? And I'm like, girl, don't hide it. Show the doctor your pain. She is doing okay though. She has like her good days and then she has her bad days. And she was already having bad days, but her bad days in the past were looking at you to help her up on the couch. You know what I mean? Like, she just couldn't really jump up like she used to. And now her bad days are just being really stiff and like walking kind of like really stiff, and like she's not favoring any paws anymore. But there's just some days where she just looks uncomfortable. So we're gonna start her on a, I feel like I got like a hair fuzzy. We're gonna start her on a joint like bone and joint supplement. So if you guys have any that you guys use on your dogs that you feel did wonders, let your girl know, because I will get her what she needs. In the meantime, we'll just buy what is recommended to us right now, but let me know. Okay, so for contour, I am gonna go in with concealer. Just give me a moment. But for contour or bronzer, I kind of bronze tour. I don't really contour a whole lot. I more bronze tour. But this is from Persona. And as you can see, okay, she is almost gone. Okay, this is all the way up. Okay. All the way up. She's creamy. There's a reason why I just keep going back to this one. I have a few in my collection that I do like, but there's a reason why I'm finishing her up, and I love it. I just love how it just easily melts into the skin. I am very, very excited for the warmer weather. Do you hear the wind? I have to go to Target for some household items, and so we'll see what else I find there. But Liana's really excited to go to Target. She loves Target. Who doesn't love Target? I have been buying makeup here and there, but I have not been buying as much as I would want, right? Like, there's a lot of things that are catching my eye, and I'm just like, I want to try everything. I want to buy it. And right now my urge to buy is not necessarily because there are some items where I would love to get that and like to use it and try it. But a lot of items I have that itch to buy because I want to use it for a video. Like, I want to try it, but I'm trying not to do that. So I have been like buying makeup here and there, makeup that I'm truly interested in and that I want, but I have been trying really hard not to just to buy, you know. Did buy this and I've been loving it, and so I am featuring it in today's video. I will show you what bronzers I have been reaching for prior to this bronzer, but this is going to be like my all year round bronzer. It's so good. It's from Polite Society. We'll talk about that then, but it is so good. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna go in with blush. The liquid blush that I've been reaching for a lot lately is in the shade Happy from Rare Beauty. This isn't like a brand spanking new shade, but I have been reaching for just recently though. It hasn't been like I've been using it for like my whole life, but just recently the new blush that I picked up from Emco Beauty, like the cream blush, that one is really good too. And I've been using that a lot on my very quick makeup days for work. But yeah, this blush, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it so much. I do keep my blush pretty high, kind of where you would almost think to put highlighter, because I feel like when I go in with my brush, it does like make it kind of just explode, you know what I mean? And so if I put it like here, it just ends up like everywhere, and if I put it too low, it just ends up too low. So by the time I get them blending, I feel like it's still a little high, but it's still where I want it to be, you know. Normally I would put a little bit more on just because when I put powder, I want it to show through if I'm not putting another blush on top. Speaking of, I really hope that for the Sephora sale, because their sale, their VIB or their spring sale, whatever they call it now, is coming up in April, and I'm really hoping that their Rare Beauties like powder blushes are going to be like back in stock and available, because I want to get the shade Happy so bad. Hoping. Okay, we're hoping. For concealer, I have tons of concealer, and now that I have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, I feel like that is going to be heavily in rotation, because I do love that concealer so much. I loved it back in the day so much, and so I feel like I'm just really happy that it's in my life again. But one of the concealers that I've been reaching for a lot again, and it's kind of always been in my rotation, is the Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer. I love this concealer so much. I do have other favorites, but they're just not in my collection right now because I finished them up. So this one is probably going to be the next one to finish. I want to say the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, when I want like a little bit more of a fuller coverage look. Not that this one doesn't give me good coverage, but that one is a good one. And the Huda Beauty Fox Filter Concealer is another one that I do reach for a lot. But this one is just so good, and I eventually want to repurchase all my Holy Grail concealers because I miss them, and when I am out of them, I use it as an opportunity to use other concealers and to finish up what I have. But I cannot wait. I miss the Joa. Oh my god, do you guys remember that one? The Joa Serum Concealer. Oh my god, I want that one back in my life. To set my face, the powder that I use a lot, like a lot more than I do this one, is my Jaclyn Hill like set, and I think it's a set and bake. It comes in the quad. I use that one still, okay, and I'm gonna use it until it finishes. But so I've been trying to find another pressed powder. I do have the Huda Beauty like baked pressed powder in my shopping cart for Sephora, so I will probably pick up that one. But I do use this one pretty often, and I just kind of use it. There's no creases. This is why I love this concealer. But I just like to use a pressed powder in the beginning, like the first step, to really just lock in the concealer, and then I will go in with a loose powder if I have time. And that's what I'm doing, you know? And I know you're probably like, girl, isn't that a lot of powder? But it really isn't for me. I don't have super dry under eyes, but I really don't have like super oily skin either. I kind of have like pretty neutral skin type around this area, and I do like hydrate my under eyes too, so definitely recommend to make sure your under eyes are hydrated, but don't like overhydrate them. It helps to keep everything smooth. To set the rest of my face, not that this foundation I need to set it, I really don't need to like really set it, but if I want to make sure it's locked in and it's not going anywhere, I'm gonna go in with the Kimchi Chic Puff powder. It's just in the translucent shade. Oh my god, guys, tell you how I still had my bronzer, my cream bronzer. If I have more of a wet glowy base on, I will go in with the puff and like really set my face. But because this foundation is like a Lumi matte, I don't feel like it needs a heavy set. This is the one. It is so good, like pores wear, and if you really go in with the puff and press it into your pores, it's going to be even better. But I didn't want to like do this part because I am going to go in with my Huda Beauty. I know you're probably like, girl, all this powder. If you feel like you were a dry girl, you can go in and like just, you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm pretty good. We're going to bronze, and so my Holy Grail bronzers up until this point, Sephora bronzer, the matte one, but it says matte, Okay, it does say matte right here, but it is more of like a satin, which I love those types of bronzers so much. And so it just helps bring some like the healthiness back to your skin. So I love this one. And yeah, this one I used very much. And then this one, ever since I got it, it's been a go-to of mine as well. It doesn't look like I barely used it, but I swear, like, I don't know, like an up close, yeah, it still looks brand spanking new. You can't see the little, but yeah, this one is a good one. This one's from MAC. They do have like a glowy version that I do kind of have my eye on, maybe for summertime. I don't know, we'll see. This is the matte skin finish bronzer, and it's so good. Okay, but the one that has my heart right now is from Polite Society. I still have the paper on, but it is from the Cabana Club, and this one is in the shade Palm Royal, and it is a blurring bronzer. It's talc free, hyaluronic acid, soft focus. It's just so good. It literally feels like a cream, but it's like a powder. It's so good. And this is a bronze. It's a bronzer. It's not a contour, so you're gonna look a bit, you know, you're gonna look bronzy. You're gonna look like you just came back from vacation. Now this one is in the 3rd shade, so the only thing that I can say is that I wish it came in more shades, because the fact that it comes in 4 shades and this is the 3rd shade, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like we need more shades in this because more people need to be able to experience this, because the first 2 shades, even on me, were way too light. Like the first shade looked warm, but it was just too light. And then the 2nd shade showed up a little bit on me, but it would have been very light, and it also is very more cool, like cooler tones. So they do have cooler tones. So if you are lighter, or just in general you're like, that looks too orange, they do have like cooler tones, and then there's a darker shade, like one more darker shade. So yeah, they just need to come out with more shades. Let me go in with the blush. We'll do powder, and then we'll probably do a little bit more blush, because we have blush blindness over here. But this has been my holy grail ever since buying it, and it's only been a couple weeks. But the Emco Beauty Glow Up PH Powder Blush in Rosy Pink has been my everyday. Okay, this is my type of blush. This is my blush color. This is me. Okay, and for anyone who knows me in person, whenever you see me have this like little bubblegum pink on my cheek, it's this blush right here, and it is from NARS. It is in the shade Gaiety, and I don't know if they make this anymore. I'm surprised that I have not like hit pan on this blush, because I use it so much, and I love this color so much. And so it's like that purple bubblegum pink, you know what I mean? It's so good, and I'm just so happy that when I run out of this, because I will continue to use it, but I'm just so happy that I found its dupe, even though the dupe was it was supposed to be Dior, but it duped the NARS one as well. So it's literally side by side identical. I love it so much. Okay, and it has a little bit of a glow. Oh my god. Hello. It just makes me so happy. Like when I have this type of blush on, confidence level through the roof. Okay, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Let me go in. This is just my everything. Okay, I will never be without this powder. This is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. I love this so much. Okay, I love how your pores just disappear, but I also love this shade because I just feel like it just blends your under eye in with your blush. But I don't know, for me it's not too pink. For brows, because let's just do some brows real quick. I just been reaching, this has been my holy grail. It's the Urban Decay Brow Beater in the shade Dark Drapes, and this is just what I've been using. I do have other brow pencils, and you know, I use them, but whenever I'm like, I know I need to have a good brow day, this is the one that I've been reaching for. And also the color. I feel like my brows every day are different. Some days are just a little bit more fluffy, other days they're more filled in. It's just, you know, I just go off of how they're feeling. And then the Ardell brow glue, that is 100% hands down one of my favorite brow products. But I will say that something that's a bit newer than that is the Maybelline Super Lock brow glue. Okay, this is just one of those products that I will 100% repurchase when I'm out. It is clear, so you don't have to worry about extra color in your brow if that's not what you're looking for. Now that the brows are on and looking full and existing, we're gonna go in with eyes. And like, just like most people, I really haven't been reaching for much eyeshadow. Like, there are days where I will reach for a certain eyeshadow palette and be like, ooh, let me play with eyeshadow. But for the most part, I'm just putting bronzer, or I'm just leaving my eyes just blank and putting mascara. Or I will go in with this eyeshadow here, and this has just been, again, a holy grail eyeshadow for me. It's a single. I don't get overwhelmed when I'm opening up a palette, even if I'm like, I'm gonna use like 1 or 2 neutral shades, and then I open this palette up and then I'm like, ooh, what if I do like a look today? This is just something that is just so simple. And yes, you can use your bronzer, that's totally fine. I just love this because it just makes me feel like I'm trying a little bit harder than putting a bronzer in my eye, on my eye. But this is in the shade Flawless, and it is their matte single eyeshadow from Sephora, and it's just so good. It's like a nude, but I feel like it's not 100% like a bronzer shade. It's more, it's a little, has a little bit of mauviness to it. It's just a little bit of everything, and it kind of goes with everything. He's like snoring. Oh, I love him so much. I have this one back here too, like how you sleep when you don't have no bills to pay, and mommy just takes care of you. Okay, mascara. So I'm gonna curl these eyelashes, and then I'm gonna go in with this mascara. It is from Fenty Beauty, and I love this mascara so much. It is the Hella Thick. This has 100% became one of my favorites. Mascara is done, but yes, that is one of my favorite go-to mascaras. And then lip, I feel like I'm still kind of on the same lip products, but Smoky Pink is still 100% hands down one of my favorite lip liners ever.
What are you doing?
I'm almost done filming, and then we're gonna go to Target. Okay?
But you said I'm going to Grandma's house.
No, you're not gonna go to Grandma's house today. You changed your plans.
Why?
Come on, go get your clothes so I can finish. Hurry up.
Okay, Mommy, I will. Hi, guys. My name is Liana.
Okay, go.
And tell her that I'm your daughter.
Liana is my daughter. Close the door, baby.
And tell her I'm 5 years old.
Liana is 5 years old. This is still hands down my favorite lip liner, and I cannot be without it. I'm gonna probably have to order a new one. This was never full size, it was a mini, but it's getting pretty short now. But it is the Smoky Pink, and it's like a combination of like a nude with a pink undertone, mauve-y, brownie. Like, it's just one of those liners. And then to go with this liner, the Mario lipstick in the shade Erin is another goodie. Okay, it's a perfect pair, and it's just something that goes so good together. It's like the perfect nude. so good. Okay, I got a good amount of this lipstick, and this isn't even a full size, but I feel like I'm gonna be out of the liner before the lipstick. All right, this is the final look. Okay, this is like my go-to everyday look. Like I said, I might skip a couple products here and there depending on time, but this is basically like what I'm going for every day. And then I have been loving the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I like it because it locks in my makeup, but it helps with me not looking super matte or super powdery, especially if I don't want to go for that look. I do have like a little bit of glow just because of the bronzer. The bronzer just does give you a little bit of like a satin glow, and then the blush as well. So I'm not looking super matte, but we're still gonna kind of. And this is going to lock it all in, okay? And if you feel like you got a little bit too much glow, you can always just go back in with like your leftover powder and just make sure that you're staying matte where you want to. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, bye, guys.